I'm going to demonstrate tying a popper. Poppers in my mind are a very maligned type of fly. And lots and lots of respect are given to a lot of the dry fly patterns and other types of fly patterns, but poppers, usually because they're a little larger size or whatever, are somewhat maligned in my estimation by a lot of fly tyers. But in order to make a good popper, there's a lot of different steps to it. It takes quite a while to produce your initial body to begin with. I have a tool that I made to cut out the bodies. In some cases I cut them out in colors that are already close to what I want to use. In other cases I paint them. Today what I'm going to do is just demonstrate from the standpoint of already having the body prepared, because there's quite a bit of preparation in this part. There is the cutting of the original cutout, the placing it on the hook, then coating it in either an epoxy finish or some other type of finish, painting the eyes on it. This all takes quite a bit of time. Okay, we're going to start off right here. This one is being actually tied on a this is a number 10 hook. Traditionally I'll use a green or a black when it comes to my tying thread. When I'm making one of these, I'll come in behind here. You start in right here. Now let's go ahead and coat the hook. Make that underlayment of thread that I like to refer to. Clip that off. Okay, we're going to put rubber legs on this fly, so what we want to do is cut some segments of rubber leg material. You can buy it in your fly tying shop. The easiest way to do this is to wind back up to about the middle of this space. Wrap your rubber leg around your tying thread, pull it here, and just catch it. I'm making an extra wrap right there. Now come here, come on top, and you'll see as you do that, it makes the rubber legs kind of roll over. Okay, do this, you bind it in, make a couple of wraps there, pull them up on top, and then wrap on top, and another wrap, and another wrap, and just keep binding them, and then bind back forward over that. This is the way you cinch the rubber legs in. If you put them like that in a loop around your tying thread and then tie them down, when the fish pull in the tails, they won't have a tendency to come out. If you just tie them directly in, the fish can just pull them right out from under where they're tied in. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is pull them back, and I'm going to come in, and usually you want the rubber legs to be about 1.5 times the length of the hook shank. That's just a length that I've developed from experience and practice. If you go much longer than that, they have a tendency to want to wrap around the hook, and it's an interesting thing that when you're fishing a popper, if the rubber leg gets wrapped around the hook like this, the fish will swim up, look at it, and swim off. Now I know they've never seen a real bug that really looks like this, but they honestly will swim up, and if they see that like that, they go, oh, that doesn't look right, and swim on. Okay, so what we've done is tied those rubber legs in, pulling them up on top, and then cinching them down makes them spring like that. I like to put a spot of head cement, of whatever your favorite type is, right in here. And what that does is that seals those threads and pretty much binds those rubber legs in place. Now on this one I'm going to use just a piece of variegated chenille. This is a chartreuse in black. You don't need very much. You need maybe less than 1 inch. But what I generally do here is, if it's been cut off clean like that, I take it and strip the fuzz right out of the tip of the piece. Lay it right on top here, and I'm going to catch the thread there, and I'm going to wind back over it so that right at the point where I'm going to make my turns with it, it doesn't have a big thick lump And I don't care if there's a few extra little pieces hanging out back there. I'm just going to wrap them down. This is not a dry fly. It's not something that you have to worry about weight on. I'm going to come here and capture this like this. I'm going to come around and make one turn like this and approximately a half of a turn. I'm going to swing this around my tying thread, then bring the tying thread back up on top and wind it right in. When I'm finished, all I've got is just a little ball on the tail end. Now you really do want a good hackle feather, okay?